Welcome to Conversations with a Stranger, a podcast where I get up close and personal with people from all corners of the world. On each episode, my guests will share their stories, experiences, and perspectives that will give us an inside look in their lives. So come along on this journey as we explore the world through these incredible conversations. So, what brings you to Omegle? And what kind of
I've been on Omegle for years, brother.
What kind of experiences have you had?
Dude, yesterday I met a girl who did OnlyFans. We had an hour-long conversation.
Nice.
And she told me she was a Ukrainian war refugee, moved to Slovenia, and she was doing OnlyFans to make money. I've come across a lot of people I'm still friends with years later.
So, would you say it's mostly positive experiences?
So I would say this: Omegle in general is a big pile of dirt. It is people who are randomly generated. They are not real. There's no way these people have a fully functioning life. I don't know who they are. I don't care who they are. However, every once in a while you come across a diamond, and you sit there and you have a beautiful, enlightening conversation with said diamond, and then you go on your own way.
Yeah,
but that's what
so
Omegle's about.
refreshing.
It's the diamonds.
It's so refreshing to have those kind of conversations.
Yeah, and it gives you faith to keep on searching. You got to keep looking for the next gemstone.
For sure. So where are you based, and how has that influenced who you are today?
I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, brother man Bill.
So what kind of influences has that had on you as far as who you are as a person?
So I lived in a bunch of places. I lived in Virginia, South Dakota, Washington, California, Texas, and Tennessee. But I moved to Tennessee during my my kind of formation years. Whenever I started to get really, really influenced by things around me, I started to get a lot into the music around Memphis.
So is that the rock side or the country side of Memphis?
That's the rap side.
The rap
brother,
side.
man.
There's a big rap scene there.
Yeah, it's one of the pillars
really?
of rap music.
Name some people who I may know from Memphis.
You may know. So. I'm trying to think of people you might have saw on the news. You know Young Dolph? Have you heard of Young Dolph?
Oh, yeah, he died not too long ago.
Yeah, he was from Memphis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's Yo Gotti, who you probably don't know.
No.
Because he hasn't really been 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, 3-6 Mafia. I definitely know them.
Yeah, they were like the rap group that put Memphis kind of on the map in general, and also brought a lot of different ways of actually flowing your words out. They're one of the originators of the triplet flow, or the rapping fast.
Yeah.
They're the originators of that style.
What is it?
Lord Infamous is his name.
Double time, triple time? Is it?
It's triplet flow.
Okay, cool. So they're super fast.
Kind of fast, but more or less just bada 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 bada.
Okay,
yeah.
Just riding the beat, chilling. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you do one beat into 3 different syllables or words.
So, you're on the TikTok side of Omegle. Do you have any thought-provoking opinions on any current issues?
Not really. I tend to stay away out of politics, man, because politics in general, whether or not I have an opinion or whether or not I even see it in general, is not going to change what happens or the outcome of it. And I think a lot of different places, like news or whatever outlets you want to say, it just makes you sad.
Yeah.
It just makes you angry. It just pisses you off. So I just ignore it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good news these days, huh?
Yeah, but it's on purpose. I mean, it's if you get that wild headline, it's gonna make people want to click and read it.
Yeah, and most of the time it's scary shit, for sure.
Exactly, it's fear mongering. It's meant to make you scared. It's meant to make you, humans have a morbid curiosity.
So, are you a rapper yourself?
No.
So, what kind of work do you do, and how did that come about?
I did cybersecurity for 4 years because I was in the military. I separated from the military, and in 6 days I'm gonna start work again, working for the military, but as a civilian, doing IT stuff.
But still in the computer world.
Yeah.
Is that something you enjoy, just getting in and doing the numbers and things like that?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, and I got into it.
That's cool that the Army kind of paid for it and got you going.
I was in the Navy, but
okay.
Yeah, they did pay for all
I am
of it.
sorry, but thank you for your service.
It's all good, big dog. Trust me.
So, do you have any favorite hobbies or activities that you really?
I play a lot of games. I play a lot of Guitar Hero.
Really? Guitar Hero. That's some old school.
Yeah, dude. I got my guitar right here. It's that 2006 Wii Les Paul.
Nice.
Right there, dude.
So you're pretty good?
You can play it in a couple different ways nowadays. You can play with keyboard, you can play with guitar. I'm decent on guitar. Like I can get through like most songs that were originally made for the games.
Yeah.
Like, 2006, like Guitar Hero 3 and stuff like that. I can play through the songs as an expert without too much trouble. In terms of like the newer things that are more extremely difficult, I can do them on keyboard. And but I can't really do them on guitar.
So did it break your heart when you found out that world record was fake?
Are you talking about Shmooey?
Yeah.
So I was a big fan of Shmooey. Because Shmooey, before all that world record stuff happened, I mean, he was completely not on the map except for people who played Guitar Hero because of the community. Because the community is kind of small. It's a decently small community. But in general, I feel like most people had an inkling that he might have been faking it.
Yeah.
Just because of the speed in which he was releasing like crazy songs.
Dude, it was
like,
mind-blowing.
Abysmal. Because like there's a lot of people who can play like that. Like it's not fake. There's only one or two songs that he faked that were like truly no one can do right now.
Yeah.
But in terms of most of them, they are definitely possible to do, and somebody could do them. It just takes a shit ton of time to get through.
Are you into like watching other people and things like that? Like really getting into it?
Yeah, I keep up with all of it.
Hell yeah,
I keep up with all of it.
So this one's just a little bit deeper. Wow, that's a big ass 5-hour energy.
Dude, yeah, I'm about to. You know that 5-hour energies have 28,000% of vitamin B12. So I'm drinking 280 days worth of B12 right now.
Do you have that's the eyesight, right? Is vitamin B?
I don't know, dude. It's about to turn me into fucking Superman with that laser shooting on my shit.
Nice. So do you have any core values that you really kind of live behind?
Honor, courage, and commitment. No, I'm just kidding. Nah.
I mean, those are all good
values?
things to have, though. So I'm sure on a small level, you do believe in those.
I mean, the Navy like forces those down your throat. But in terms of core values, I don't really have like a core value. I mean, the only thing for me is just like handle whatever you gotta handle. Like do whatever you gotta do, right? You really, really gotta handle.
Yeah, it's your life. Who's to judge how you're living it?
After that, do whatever you love as long as it doesn't harm people or do anything bad, right? So like, if I gotta learn how to drive, if I have to go get groceries, if I gotta clean up my house, I gotta handle that stuff. After that, do whatever the fuck you want.
Hell yeah.
I'll play games all day, do it. Don't feel bad about playing games all day. If your shit's handled, your shit's handled.
Right.
Do what you love.
So, what are the biggest lessons you've learned in life so far? Just living.
In terms of, I mean, just like, you really just gotta commit to certain things. You can't be so afraid. You gotta dive in, man.
And you've had success kind of just going head first into a lot of things, or?
Yeah, dude, you just gotta go for it. I know, like, it's just.
It's hard for people to put themselves out there. Yeah, it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, because like, shit that just seems like super big, like you really just gotta get into it. Once you get into it, like.
It's a snowball effect, right? You know, once you get into it, it'll start coming together.
I think it's maybe, I mean, it could be that, but at the same time, once you do fully complete the first massive thing that you like were pushing towards, dude, you're like, oh my god, I actually did it.
Was that the way it was with programming? Were you kind of struggling and then like, bam, it clicked and it's like, you did it?
Well, so I didn't do programming, I did cybersecurity, but like, there's a couple different like big things you have to do in the Navy, and a big thing is like learning all the stuff for information warfare, and you'll get like a little pin on your chest once you go through all of it.
So did you do like a bunch of war games type stuff there?
I wouldn't say like war games, but like, I mean, everyone does like tests. No matter where you are in the military, you're gonna do like a test or something like that.
So what were you doing? Like pretending to defend cyber attacks? Like were they?
I wouldn't say that's pretty much like long story short. The military has a network in Asia. I was in Asia at the time, and my job was we had a 24-hour kind of office. I was always running, always watching the network to see if anyone would get in, or try to get in.
Was this just a decoy network, like just kind of fishing?
No, it was a real network.
Okay.
I mean, it's a real network, and we just sit there and defend that. And then, of course, like sometimes just to make sure we're staying sharp, like they'd be like, hey, we're going to run a test. This thing has occurred. How would you handle it? And they'd watch us do it.
Okay, so like a simulated sort of breach. And
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're cyber, if you're on a ship, if you're doing
Yeah.
anything aviation related. They do it all the time. It's just testing everyone, making sure everyone's good to go.
Hell yeah. So moving forward, how do you define success in your life?
If I'm just happy, man.
That's it? Just happy. There's no
If I'm not like,
monetary things or anything like that, materialistic.
I mean, if I have, here's what I think of it, right? If I'm happy, and if there's something I want, I can get it. If I'm in Walmart or if I'm in a store and I see a computer monitor that looks really nice, it's better than the one I got. Yeah, I can just grab it and go. I don't need a Lamborghini Urus. I don't need no Rolls Royce Phantom. But if I'm just in a store, or if I'm just perusing online, right, and I see like a nice like record for like a nice album that I love, like just buying it, just ordering it.
Are you compulsive?
Not compulsive, but like I don't want to be like, can I afford this?
Right.
And, like
yeah,
having
you don't
to
wanna
super
be
weigh my
stressing.
options. Yeah, nah, dude. If it's like, ooh, that's something I really like, and just getting it.
So is there anything missing from your life right now? And not just material-wise, but just anything in general?
Nah, I'm living lavish, brother.
That is awesome, man. It's cool to see somebody so carefree and like doing well.
Dude, what's not to love?
So
Dude, I'm happy.
what kind of experiences is it? The Navy really that's kind of giving you this happiness for life?
Like something, was it from the Navy?
Or just in general, like what has created this mindset that you have? Would you say what kind of experiences shaped you?
I don't know. It just kind of because I was in Japan for 3 years and 4 months, and just when I was there, I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I just flourished. I just became better socially. I knew I was super good at my job. I knew everybody. Everyone knew me.
Did you get into the Japanese culture any? Because that's a whole nother world. They find happiness in everything.
Yeah, I did a little bit. I have a Japanese girlfriend, so I was always decently connected.
Cool, man. And have you learned Japanese? Just through her?
Say again?
Have you learned Japanese just through her?
No, I can understand a little bit of it, but I can't speak it. So
No.
if she says something, then I'll know what it is. But
Just because you've heard it so much? Does she yell at you in Japanese?
we've never argued.
Oh, really? Wow. That is awesome.
We've been together for 11 months. We're coming up. Our 1 year anniversary for our first date is in 6 days.
Wow. I'm sure that makes her very happy that you're right on top of that.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget, man.
That is awesome. Do you have a bucket list?
Not really a bucket list, but no, dude, I just want to just get
You're
out there and do
fulfilled,
whatever I
man.
wanna do.
It's hard to come up with a good question for you because you've got, your life all figured out. But
Hell yeah.
is there anything that you want to do before you die that you just haven't accomplished yet?
I do want to. From going to Japan, it makes me want to travel more, but I'm an introvert. I don't like getting out too much.
Is there a place that you really have on that list aside from Japan?
I would like to go to like Norway. I think Norway is a crazy looking country.
Oh, it's so beautiful too.
I have a friend I met at Omegle 2 years ago. I still talk to her now. Her name is Matilda.
And she's from Norway?
She's from Norway.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's shown me just from where she goes. It's crazy.
So this is just the last question I have here. What kind of advice do you have for someone who may be going through a difficult period in their life?
Dude, it sounds stupid, and it's nothing that I can say right now is going to truly help them. Someone needs to look them in the eyes, and because people don't hear this very often, but literally just tell them, dude, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Because you know how many times in your life you've probably felt that turmoil? You felt that that stress, the walls kind of closing in a little bit.
Right.
Everything was fine.
Right.
Like later on, you probably recovered, got better, and looked back and was like, oh, hey, I feel better now, right? Dude, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
I've learned that time heals most things, and you just have to wait it out, or ride it out.
And it sucks because that answer is not satisfactory. Like if someone tells me oh, I feel like shit, life sucks right now, than me telling like, give it a little bit more time. Everything's gonna be okay. It's like that feels like a cop-out answer, but it's the true answer.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are coddling these days, and they're not like, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and you got this, you know?
I think some things yes, some things no.
Cool, man. I do appreciate your time. I hope you find some good conversation today.
Dude, I found a couple good people. You're on that list though, brother. I do appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You as well, big dog.
This was another episode of Conversations with a Stranger. I do hope you consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment letting me know what you think. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have an amazing day.